Financial inclusion. Having access to secure, reliable and affordable financial services. Something many people take for granted. But there are over 2.5 billion people in the world without such access, living with the risks this brings, and often in high levels of poverty.
We all live in a world of abundance of financial tools that help us manage our lives. Think about how hard it would be even for one day or 1 month as a poor person to not have access to that.
But one organization that's trying to address this is the Alliance for Financial Inclusion, a network of institutions from the public sector from countries all over the world.
It's not a top-down organization. It's a group of countries, of authorities, central bankers and regulators who formed an alliance to accomplish a particular goal. That's special.
AFI was formed in 2008, a time when financial inclusion was still seen by many as a purely development issue. The organisation grew out of the recognition that there were many financial inclusion policies being enacted around the world, but often in isolation.
We saw around the world, in some developing countries, policies that have promoted financial inclusion in a very successful way. The knowledge is there, but what is missing is a mechanism to share that kind of knowledge.
Originally comprising just a few members, AFI began to grow rapidly. Guided by a steering committee of institutions representing all 4 corners of the globe, but with no single country or institution in charge, the network operated as a means of exchanging knowledge and experience. With funding from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, AFI was able to help this cross-pollination of ideas in a number of different ways. With knowledge exchanges, country-to-country visits to learn from other network members, grants to member institutions for work in a wide variety of policy areas, the establishment of a set of working groups to allow specific regions and policy areas to be discussed in greater detail, then shared with the wider network.
Individually, as a small island nation, we're not able to be heard. When we've come together in this group, we're able to do much more.
Enabling direct interaction of members through an online member zone, as well as in person, at conferences and meetings, taking place regionally and discussing key topics, and culminating in the annual Global Policy Forum, where the entire network could meet in one place. In fact, it was at the Global Policy Forum in Mexico in 2011 that the Maya Declaration was announced. The first measurable set of commitments towards financial inclusion by countries and institutions. Commitments that continue to be added to by other countries.
Maya Declaration is not a one-time thing, just making a commitment. It's really a process, an ongoing process for achieving full financial inclusion.
The organisation now has over 100 member institutions from over 90 countries and is still growing. And as it continues to grow, the network is looking towards the next step: independence.
In the future, AFI will be sustainable. That means it will be a permanent organization, and the exciting thing about that is that we will actually fill a gap in international financial architecture, because there's no institution that is only dealing with financial inclusion policy issues.
This is a very, very exciting time. The most exciting part of it is the decision to establish AFI as a permanent network of peer learning amongst emerging markets and developing countries.
There's also peer pressure. You see others moving on and making huge strides. It challenges you to make sure that you follow suit and you are able to deliver likewise.
But the network members know that there is still much to be done, both at an individual country level and on a wider scale. But by sharing their experience and knowledge with each other, building partnerships and pushing the issue up the global agenda, the network continues to pursue its ultimate objective full financial inclusion